Yo, yo, it's your boy Big City, man. Big City Graphics. This is my first tutorial. I'm gonna show y'all how to put a background together. If you're doing flyers or something like that, and this will be the first part. I'm gonna have probably two parts, and most time when you watch a tutorial, they show you a finished product up front. Like it's like they've already designed it, and they just show you how they designed it. Well, I'm just gonna dive in here from scratch, like I would, if somebody was to just hit me up and say they need a flyer. So that's how I'm gonna do it. So first thing first, go to file, new, and me personally, when people order flyers, 9 times out of 10, if they get them printed, they gonna get like the little 4x6 cards. So that's how I design them. If they want like big flyers, like 11x17, then design them at 11x17. But you can also shrink it down to 4x6 if they want the postcards too. So I always design large and go small. So, but if they just, they just doing it for Facebook or something like that, 4x6. Make sure your resolution's at 300, just in case they do get it printed. All right. So then you're gonna have your little background. It's gonna have this little lock over here. Just double click on it, hit OK. You do a little flyer. You always got like a little hot girl or something that you throw in there. So I'll just throw Nikki up there. And like I said, I don't really got no theme. I'm just gonna throw something together. So anytime you want to make a image bigger, make sure you hold shift when you drag these out, because if you don't, then you can do all this crazy stuff like this, and you can lose the size. You don't want to do all that. Well, you shouldn't want to do all that anyway. So always make sure you hold shift, drag this out to keep the same proportions. You can make it as big as you want. I'll probably do something like that right there. And you don't want this edge right here. You want to smooth this out. So come to the layer, click on layer mask, grab your gradient tool, make sure it's black and white, and up here that is like black, and then it kind of fades transparent. Hold shift and just raise it up a couple times until it smooths out real good. You can add a little drop shadow, make it look not 3D, but just kind of, like it pops off a little bit. You can pretty much add anything you want to. I'll probably I don't know, throw a palm tree in there. And see how it's on top of her? That's a no-no. So all you gotta do is plain and simple, come over here, click on the level, on the layer, hold it, drag it down beneath that layer right here. You really need to understand what your layers are all about, because that can help you in your design process. Get your eraser. Make sure it's you don't want the hard, cause see, you want the smooth, the little soft. That way it'll fade it out. That's pretty good. Then you can duplicate it. You can bring it over here, but flip it around, make it look better. I'd make it a little smaller, kind of make it look like it's further behind her than the other one, or however you want to do it, to each his own. You can give them a little drop shadow. Let's see. You could throw. Let's add like a cloud. I got a clouds for like a brush that you could, you could throw that back there. Oh, step back. Make sure you add a new layer anytime you do stuff like that. And let's see, we make it white. I didn't have it on the brush. My bad, y'all. We could do something like that. I got a lot of them you could choose from. But me personally, I found a cloud on PSD, officialpsds.com, that I personally like to use most of the time. Cloud. Drag it. Duplicate it. Throw it down here like that. That looks real hot. Then you can add pretty much anything extra you want to. You do kind of want to spice it up a little bit. I'll throw like something like that back there and overlay it. Bring the opacity down a little bit. And now, next thing we want to do, what you could have did before you did all this, if you wanted to, it really don't matter. Change the background color. You can use solid colors if you want to, but I personally choose to use gradients because it just looks a whole lot better. If you wanted to go with like blue, like ocean type stuff, whatever, you could. It's kind of hot right there, If you was doing like a little beach thing, you want to keep it kind of hood a little bit, you can always something like that. Make it a little dark. My bad. I personally like to use like the radial gradient and then bring it all the way out. It gives it more flavor to me. And as far as the background, pretty much set. You could always bring something else if you wanted to. There's really never a limit. You could bring something like a car in there if it was just a must, See, it really looks ugly. You can't overdo it, so me personally, I'll just leave it like that. You could add, if you wanted to make it kind of like, I ain't gonna say a sunset, but you could add like a sun in there. Let's see. And all these little things like this, like what I've been going to, like the trees, the sun, all this stuff like that. It's pretty much a you can find it on officialpsds.com. Anything like money, females, cars, trees, whatever you're into. That looks pretty cool, but I take the eraser. Make sure you, once again, you got the smooth. You don't want it too bright. Okay. That's pretty cool. So that'll pretty much do it, you know, for the background, and I'll do a part 2, you know what I'm saying, with a little bit of font. Show you how to lay out, you know, the things and stuff like that. So once again, this is Big City, man. BigCityGraphics.com. I am ShawMajor.com. Hope you learned a little trick or two, you know. And holler at me if there's any questions on Twitter or Facebook at Big City Graphics. You heard me? Shout out to the Louis V boy.